I had ChatGPT create the perfect one-day Berlin itinerary. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for clicking on this video. In today's video, I'm going to follow ChatGPT's advice on what the perfect one-day Berlin itinerary is. If you enjoy this video, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't done so, and leave me a comment. What do you think about this itinerary? Do you think it's a good way to see Berlin in one day? Let me know. According to ChatGPT, creating the perfect one-day sightseeing itinerary for Berlin requires a balance between must-see attractions, historical landmarks, cultural experiences, and leisurely strolls. Here's a well-rounded itinerary to make the most of your day in the German capital. Start your day early to beat the crowds and head to the iconic symbol of Berlin, the Brandenburg Gate. Don't miss the information boards when you come to Brandenburg Gate. Some really cool pictures from the evolution of this site, so definitely don't miss it. From the Brandenburg Gate, we head to the Holocaust Memorial, or the Memorial to the Murdered Jews of Europe. Just a short walk from the Brandenburg Gate, this poignant memorial offers a powerful tribute to Holocaust victims. Take a moment to reflect on the haunting design of the site. So I definitely agree with ChatGPT. This is a must-see. You must come to the Memorial for the Murdered Jews of Europe. What it didn't put on the itinerary, so I'm not going to do it, but you should go in the documentation center underground here. It is amazing. It is well worth seeing. It is emotional. It'll wreck you. But definitely go in there and see that. I've been to it a number of times. It is highly worth seeing, and I would definitely recommend it. From the Memorial to the Murdered Jews of Europe, we head to Checkpoint Charlie. Walk or take public transportation to Checkpoint Charlie, one of the most famous border crossings during the Cold War. Visit the museum nearby to gain insights into life during divided Berlin. I have made no secret about my feelings about Checkpoint Charlie in many videos. I think it's a bit overrated. I think there are better things to see. I think it's a selfie factory. But if you're into the Cold War and you're into history on a certain level, ChatGPT is correct. This is a must-see. And you come get your picture taken in front of the cabin, perfectly fine. While you're here, do check out the Black Box Cold War. So definitely, if you do come down here, check out those things while you're here. Don't just take a picture with everyone else in front of the cement sandbags. So ChatGPT recommends going into the museum house on Checkpoint Charlie. It's a very nice museum, but it's like 22 euros to get in, so I'm not gonna do that today. If you're like me and you're a cheapskate, come over here to the Black Box Checkpoint Charlie. You can go inside. There's an inside part that's like 5 euros if you want to go in. I never go in there. I think walking around the outside, looking at the photos from this area from starting in 1961 all the way through 1989 is a great way to learn about the real location of Checkpoint Charlie. Definitely go to the museum house on Checkpoint Charlie if you want to know more about Cold War and escapes and things like that. Definitely check out the museum. From Checkpoint Charlie, we head to the East Side Gallery to see the longest remaining section of the Berlin Wall, adorned with vibrant murals. Take your time walking along the wall and appreciating the art and history.
So this section of the wall remaining is 1.3 kilometers long. And like it said, it's the longest section of the wall remaining. In the early 90s, city invited artists to come in and paint this remaining part of the wall, intending for this really only to be temporary. But people liked this so much that they decided to leave it. Today it's the largest outdoor mural gallery in the world. I'm not going to walk the full length today, but I will say if you're going to cross into Kreuzberg, you either have to do it at one end or the other. So you have to either walk all the way or walk about halfway, turn around, and then come back over and cross to Oberbaumbrücke. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to walk to about the Mercedes-Benz Arena, turn around, and then come across at the Oberbaumbrücke. So let's get walking. You know, I've probably walked this, I don't know, I've probably walked this 100 times at least, and I never get tired of it. I enjoy it every time. I always try to find something new in the art. I'm definitely not an art person, but I try to understand the meaning of a lot of this, and I really like some of it. I think this one is my favorite one. I've probably spent more time looking at this one than any of the other ones, or maybe even all of the other ones combined. I'm not real sure. From the East Side Gallery, we head into Kreuzberg and to the Market Hall 9. Stop by Market Hall 9 in Kreuzberg for a delicious lunch. This indoor market offers a variety of food stalls serving both traditional German dishes and international cuisine. Wake up, get up, stretch my legs, eat some breakfast, milk and eggs, brush my teeth up, wash my face, on my clothes. So I gotta say, I was pretty surprised that ChatGPT recommended coming to Market Hall 9. I'm pleasantly surprised. I think this is a cool place to see. The only problem with it is it's kind of difficult to get to. Based on the tour it set out, you go to the East Side Gallery, then you come here, and then you go back to the Museum Island. We'll talk about it later, but I think it's a weird way that ChatGPT laid out the tour, order-wise, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. From here, we're gonna go to Museum Island. It's a little hard to get to. You have to go by bus, but I'm not gonna do that today. I'm gonna find a bike and ride the bike to Museum Island. So let's go find a bike. Yeah, right, that bike sucked to ride. I'm gonna hop on a scooter. From Market Hall 9, we head to Museum Island, or Museum Insel. Spend your afternoon exploring Museum Island, a UNESCO World Heritage Site home to several world-class museums. Choose one or two museums to visit based on your interests, such as the Pergamon Museum, which is closed, or the Neues Museum. My suggestion while you're on Museum Island, check out this Hochschule for Music. You can kind of walk around the outside. This used to be the old Imperial Carriage House, and it was the site of where Karl Liebknecht in 1919 declared the Socialist Republic. So check that out. And then this building over here is the old, I want to say Senate building, but if you go inside it, there's some really cool stained glass that you got to check out if you're here. Isn't this stained glass just fantastic?
Museum for Byzantine Art.
After visiting the museums, take a stroll to the nearby Berlin Cathedral. You can explore the cathedral's interior or simply admire its impressive architecture from the outside. I think the interior is beautiful. It is definitely worth a visit. It's also €8, and I have a moral objection to paying that much to go into a church when they're already asking for my soul. From the Berlin Cathedral, head to Alexanderplatz, a bustling square in the heart of Berlin. Take a ride to the top of the Fernsehturm, I don't recommend, for panoramic views of the city, if time allows and tickets are available. After walking through Alexanderplatz, head to Hackischer Markt for dinner. Make your way to Hackischer Markt for dinner in one of the many restaurants or cafes in the area. This vibrant district offers a lively atmosphere and a variety of dining options to suit your tastes.
All right, so ChatGPT told me to go to Alexanderplatz and then wander around Hackischer Markt. So now I'm in Hackischer Markt. We're actually in the Hackischen Höfe, which is a series of hofs, which are courtyards. And this is an old 1920s building that is beautiful. It's been restored and is now a protected building. But there's some really cool little shops and things in here. If you're ready for dinner, you may want to try Oxymoron. And then after dinner, you can go to Canal and get you an ice cream cone in the summertime or get you an eclair in the winter. And the eclairs are delicious. After dinner, we end our day with a leisurely stroll along the Spree River. In the winter, when it gets dark early, you may be able to enjoy an illuminated cityscape. But in the summertime, when it stays light till 10, just enjoy the fact that everyone is out and it's a beautiful evening. Take in the sights and sounds of Berlin at night before heading back to your accommodation. All right, so how did ChatGPT do? Honestly, not too bad. It hit all of the things you should probably see in one day in Berlin. One day is not enough to see this city. But for one day, seeing Museum Island, seeing the East Side Gallery, seeing Brandenburg Gate, and seeing the memorial for the murdered Jews of Europe, I'd say is pretty good. I was completely shocked that it suggested to eat at Market Hall 9. I would have never thought that ChatGPT would come up with that. I figured it would tell me to eat someplace around here, which I would never do. What I will say is I think the order could be a little different. I think if we started at Alexanderplatz, then went to Museum Island, then did Brandenburg Gate Memorial to the Murdered Jews of Europe, then head over to the East Side Gallery and have lunch over in Kreuzberg, I think that would probably be a better way to go about it. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't done so. Until next time, I'll see you later.